What's up everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubbles and Boats. My name is Rowan, and if it's your first time at this channel, thank you so much for joining us and we hope you enjoy the content. Today we're going to show you how to use one of these, a smartphone which everybody has. Take this, put it over there and get great footage like this.
Our oceans cover 71% of the planet, yet only 5% of it has been explored. Join us to discover the hidden secrets of the underwater world as we go beyond the shore.
You've been diving for a while and you enjoy the magnificent underwater world. Obviously, you want to share this with your friends and family. Pictures and videos, they're an amazing way to show people why you love to go diving. But underwater cameras can be rather expensive and sometimes complicated to use. They just end up costing you in excess luggage every time you travel. Enter the smartphone. Yes, that's right. We all have one of these nowadays, and they are essentially an extension of our own bodies. So why not utilize the powerful camera that every smartphone comes with? There is a catch for obvious reasons. We cannot just take a smartphone, throw it into the ocean and start recording. This is why we have a universal smartphone housing. There are many brands available and at varying price points. This one is made by Weefine, which is marketed as Kraken in North America. And I bought this one based on availability in my area and for the price range and what I was getting at that price. This one is a full aluminium casing with the vacuum seal in the front, so you know your phone is going to be safe and protected while you are diving. The universal smartphone housing is very easy to use. All you need to do is take your phone, turn on flight mode, turn on Bluetooth, turn on location device, and then pair the housing, which runs with an app inside the housing, to your phone. You then put the phone inside the housing via the back door over here, place the phone inside, lock the door, vacuum seal it, check on the back that the green light is telling you there's a vacuum seal, and you're ready to go. In order to get nice clear footage out of the smartphone housing and the smartphone itself, we are going to need to add a few little gadgets in the mix to get really good quality. But that's okay. We are divers and we love buying gadgets. So what do we need? The first thing we're going to do is get a red filter. We know from our dive training that the first spectrum of light that disappears underwater is red. And anything past 5 meters, you are going to have to need a red filter, as that red spectrum disappears really quickly. The red filter simply attaches onto the front of the camera like that and restores some of the color balance to your video. With the red filter on the camera, we can expect to see video footage that will come out looking something like this. And once we've run that through a simple video editing program, we can expect the footage to look nice and clear like this. Lights are a great addition to any underwater setup. If you plan on filming close-up or medium subjects or filming at night, you are going to have to get yourself some lights. The ones that I've got over here are made by Big Blue and they are 4,000 lumens. Big Blue is not a sponsor of this channel at all. I just really love their product and they've never let me down. Good quality product. I have 2 of them and this gives me amazing color at night and when shooting macro subjects. Highly recommended. When using your lights, you can expect to get some footage that will look like this. Very sharp and very clear. And once we have run it through a simple video editing program, we can get the footage to look like this. And now for the downside. We all have the phone in our pocket already, so that's not an additional cost that we're going to incur. But once we start adding things like the housing, the floats, the lens, and the lights, things start getting a little bit expensive. By which stage you could have probably bought the top of the range GoPro, which includes image stabilizing, is lightweight and easy to carry around. But with this, once we add all the extras, it becomes a little bit bulky and you're starting to get back into the excess baggage cost that you were trying to avoid in the first place. With that said, I do prefer using the smartphone as it has a bigger screen, which means when you're underwater, it's going to be a lot easier to frame up your subjects and get good quality video. But for me, the biggest problem with this whole setup is the app. Almost all of the dive housings that you're going to buy for the smartphone, bar one or two, are going to use the Dive Plus app in order to pair your phone and the housing so that they can communicate underwater. Now, the Dive Plus app, for whatever reason, will only let you record in 1080 and not 4K. Now, a smartphone these days, any good quality one, will allow you to record in 4K, but the app will not allow it. I've sent an email to Dive Plus asking them if this is going to be a future update or if maybe I have missed out on something, with no response yet. So if you know how to get the app to record in 4K, or if you know someone who works with Dive Plus, please drop a comment below. It's the year 2020. I would really love to get the full potential out of my smartphone. I really hope you enjoyed that slightly different episode of Bubbles and Boats, just running through some of the underwater video equipment that I use during diving. This setup is the exact setup that I use on every single dive and to record all of the videos that you have been watching on this channel. I don't have thousands of dollars in equipment. I use my everyday smartphone with the housing paired with either the red lens or some lights, and this is how I get the footage. If you use a smartphone for your dive adventures, for taking either video or photos, drop a comment below, let me know your experience and how it goes. And remember, if you want to come on more adventures, hit that subscribe button and come be my dive buddy.